welcome to another session in this series. In the previous session, we ended on question number 84. Okay, here we start with question number 85. Okay, the question says simplify correct with three significant figures: 27.63 squared minus 12.37 squared. So as you can see, this is a difference of two squares, right? But instead of trying to solve it like manually, we can just put it into the calculator because it is an objective question. Okay, so what do? We put in our calculator. We have 27.63 squared minus 12.37 squared. So what do you have? 6.104 times 10 to the power 2. Okay, now this, let's put our calculator outside. Okay, now this is written in standard form. We want to write it in the normal form so that we can write it in three significant figures. Okay, so let's convert this to a regular number. What will you have? 610.4. okay, 610.4. How do we get that? This exponent 2 just means we are moving our decimal point from where it is twice towards the right, towards the positive. Okay, so 1, 2, so our decimal point will be down here. Okay, that's how we got 610.4. Now how do you convert this into 3 SF, three significant figures? We do that by counting our number of significant figures and then we round. Okay, so we count. This is the first significant figure: 1, 2, 3. So at the end of here, what do you have? We have 4. Is 4 5 or above? No, it's less than 5, so we cannot round it. Okay, so answer will be 610. So 610 3 SF. This is our answer, which is A. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question number 86. It says simplify. So now we have a quadratic on top and quadratic at the bottom. So we just need to find the factors of both of them. Okay, so this one, what are the factors? We need to find two factors that when you add them, you get -5, and when you multiply them, you have what? -14. And those factors are what? -7 and 2. Okay, when you add -7 and 2, you have -5, and when you multiply them, you have what? -14. Okay, similarly for the denominator, you need to find two factors. Okay, those two factors are -7 and -2. Because if you multiply -7 and -2, you get +14. When you add them, you have what? -9. Okay, so now let's write our quadratics in terms of the factors. Okay, so we're going to have x minus 7 multiplying x plus 2 for our numerator, because those are our factors. And then at the bottom, you have x minus 7 and then x minus 2. Okay, so what can cancel out? X minus 7 can cancel x minus 7, and then we'll be left with what? X plus 2 over x minus 2. So that is our answer. Do you have it there? Yes, which is A. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question number 87. It says factorize completely this expression. Okay, so this is one term and this other term. So let's try to factor some things out. Here we can see that we can factor 2 out. Okay, and then here too we can factor 2 out. So let's write it down. Let me use blue for the first part. So we factor 2 out. We are left with what? X plus y, x minus y. Then the other side, let me use red. Plus, we can also factor 2 out here. Okay, x minus y, and then x plus y. Okay, so now take a good look. If you take a good look, you can see that you have x plus y, x minus y. You have x plus y, x minus y. It's the same thing. Okay? So this term and this term are the same thing. Okay? And the constant at the side is what? 2, 2. So if you're adding two the same things, what do? You just like literally add them like you're adding numbers, right? So we have 2 here and 2 here. So we become what? 4. Which is the constant. Just so you don't get confused, look at this. You have x plus y, okay? X minus y, x minus y. 2, 2, okay? So this is the same as this, okay? Cool. Now, so when you add them, what do you have? You have 4 x plus y, x minus y. Because 2 plus 2 give us 4. And then we have the remaining of our terms to be same, okay? Cool. Now, this and this looks like something. It looks like what? A difference of 2 squares, okay? So we can have 4 multiplying x squared minus y squared to be our answer. Or we can leave our answer like this in the first form, which is this in this side, okay? This can be our answer, or you can also leave it like this. So in our solutions, we have 87 to what? D. Okay, cool. Let's go to question number 88. It says, find the values of x for which this expression is not defined. For this to be undefined, then it means that the denominator is equal to what? 0. Because if you put 0 in the denominator, it becomes what? Undefined. So we need to equate the denominator to 0. Equals 0. Now let's solve the equation. You have x squared to be equals to what? 4. Because negative 4 will go to this side. Okay? So now let's take square root of both sides. Square root, square root. What are we left with? This square will cancel the square root, okay? Then we'll be left with x. Square root of 4 can either be positive or negative 2, okay? Because if you do negative 2 squared, you get 4. And if you do 2 squared, you still get 4. So the square root of 4 is the same as what? Positive or negative 2. So that's our answer. So our answer will be what? A. Okay? Cool. I think we should stop here for now. In the next session, move on to question number 89. See you again next time. Bye.